NBC5 investigates another in our continuing series, Money for Nothing. It's been about 12 years since Chicago Public Schools shut down 50 school buildings, transferring thousands of students to other schools.
And at that time, CPS said it would sell or repurpose all of those buildings in just a couple of years. So how did that all work out? Here's Bennett Haberly.
This is a Chicago public school building. So is this, and this, and this. These are just some of the 50 Chicago public school buildings that were shut down in 2013.
It's tough. It's very difficult.
By then Mayor Rahm Emanuel and the school board because of low enrollment. We showed you some of them just a year after they were closed.
This is what's left of Betsy Ross School. NBC5 Investigates obtained these photos taken inside the building.
We checked back a few years later.
This is Bontemps Elementary.
It's been completely vandalized. Weeks of vandalism. Like, folks spent weeks in this school.
And here they are now, more than a decade since they closed. Despite a sunny estimate from CPS that all 50 buildings would be sold many years ago, these 21 remain, proverbial beached whales in the middle of communities which are all on Chicago's south and west sides.
There were basic plans or intentions for how they would go about it, but those weren't fully developed.
Joe Ferguson is president of the Civic Federation. He doesn't challenge the closing of the schools, but questions if residents truly had a voice in what was about to happen to their communities.
What we had were decisions largely that were closures, rather than consideration of what this public facility might be best utilized for. It actually improves the lot of a community.
It's not about how many schools we have in the city. It's about whether to ensure that every school is a high-quality school.
At the time, the city and CPS claimed the school closures would save nearly $1 billion over the next 10 years on building repairs and salaries. But those savings never materialized because CPS lowered its projections and because it's still spending $25 million each year long into the future to pay off loans it secured for the schools that took in all those displaced students. And NBC5 Investigates has found that the empty buildings are still costing Chicago taxpayers millions more.
You still have to pay the utilities, you still have to keep it warm in the winter, you still have to have lights on, you still have to provide security.
NBC5 Investigates obtained these spreadsheets showing what CPS has paid for utilities, landscaping, pest control, and repairs on these empty buildings, and found that today taxpayers have spent more than $7.2 million on the empty schools. Joe Ferguson says there's a lesson to learn here. The whole process should have included more honest discussions and clear-headed planning long before the schools were shut down.
We avoid, by and large, the political third rails, which means we're not going to get to the solutions that are going to, in some fashion, meet the needs unless we're willing to talk about hard truths.
Just in the past month, CPS put the 21 empty buildings up for bid, something it's done several times over the past decade. No one from the district would talk to us on camera. Instead, they sent a statement saying, quote, that they're eager to find buyers for these buildings and they're continuing marketing efforts to maximize outreach and publicity for these available sites. So we asked to tour some of them, but the district told us no. Bennett Haberly, NBC5 Investigates.